Good morning, great morning, Newsome Nestlings, and welcome to today's edition of Newsome Nest News, aka Pulse Check for today, Monday, September the 28th, 2020. I hope you all had an absolutely great weekend and are looking forward to an even better week. All right, so let's dive into our project for this week. All right, so this week we are starting with a project entitled Man versus Technology, where we are going to take a look at all of the great things and awesome things that technology can provide us as people and as a society as a whole. And then we're also going to take and flip the script and look at some of the potential drawbacks or negatives that technology can have, or has had, or could have in the future. All right, when we complete this project, we are going to do so a little bit along, which is why you see that it's broken down into different days. So today, for our intro day, I would like for you guys to take and open up number 9 in Google Classroom. All right, so now that we have number 9 open, I want to mention what we talked about last week with our productivity and making sure that we're really rocking and rolling at the best pace that we can be. So I really want you guys to split screen and have your instructions for Google Classroom on this side, and then whatever it is you're working with on this side. All right, so let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 says for us to open up the Google Doc and read about the project that we're diving into. All right, so here is the Google Doc. I'm going to open it up, and it's going to open up right here. And then all I did was I drug it over here. And right here where you see the X, instead of hitting the X, I hit the button to minimize it to a smaller tab, and then I was able to create 2 that are side by side, and then I can take and alter their size as I need, and then I can also go here and zoom in or zoom out if I wanted it to be a different size. All right, so with number 1, all I wanted you to do is take and look at this student guide. This is a very quick intro of all of the things that you will need for this project. It has a link to everything that you guys will need in this project, every website, every resource, everything that you will need, whether it be something that you have to look at or something that you have to fill out and turn in. And then at the very end of it, it has day by day instructions. They're very, very detailed, and they also have everything that you will need as far as hyperlinks to websites and those same Google Docs that you already have access to. All right, so once you have done that, you are done with number 1, and you can go ahead and close out of that tab. It also makes sense that every time you guys check something off with one of these assignments, that you also just go ahead and close that tab if you're not going to need it again. All right, now we look down at number 2, and it says for us to open the drive, which is this right here, this Google Drive folder, and it says for you to see all of the attachments that we'll be working with. All right, so I opened up that Google Drive, and then I just drug it over to here. So this I just took and drug over to here. All right, now you see all of these assignments, 2 of which need to be deleted because they're copies that I didn't mean to make. All of these assignments, the ones that say student and the ones that say daily guide, those are the assignments or the sets of instructions or anything else that you will need for this project. So for the next 6 days, These are all of the Google things that you will need. All right, so listen closely. I want you to take and make a copy of every one of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that say student, you need to make a copy of, and these 2 that say daily guide, you need to make a copy of. So 8 things total we are making a copy of right now. All right, so when I want to make a copy of this assignment, the easiest thing, there are several ways to do this, but the easiest is for us to right click, and then it is going to give you this option here of a bunch of things. Go down to where you see make a copy. All right, when you hit the button to make a copy, that is going to force copy whatever assignment that is, whether it be a doc or a slides or a PDF or anything else, and then you will be able to add it to the Google Drive folder that you created for this classroom. Okay, so with that being said, it also makes sense that you see where this one that I made a copy of unintentionally, that it says copy of. It makes sense for you to take and alter that and rename it to where it has your name in it instead of copy of student. I would like for you to delete that part out when you rename it and then put in your name. All right, so that gets you through number 2. So now we have knocked out number 1. Okay, my nestlings, with this space of time for the next 3 minutes or so, when you see this video on the screen, you should be working and knocking out number 2, which, to remind you again, what you're doing is you have opened up your Google Drive folder. You are taking all 8 of those things that you see within that Google Drive folder, and you are making a copy of them. So right click, tell it to make a copy. And then when you see it make your copy, I want you to take and change the name of it to include your name along with whatever that assignment is. And then the last thing I want you to do with it is to move it to your Google Drive folder for this class. All right, y'all, time's about up. So make sure you get rocking and rolling and get this knocked out. All right, so we have gotten the first two pieces of number 9 with our man versus technology project knocked out. So now we are looking at 3, 4, and 5, which are all based around a Flipgrid. If you are not familiar with Flipgrid, that is a digital video board that you can use in classes to communicate either to your teacher or communicate with other students all around the world. We'll be doing a little bit of all of that. However, for today's sake, this is just a very, very quick thing where I want you guys to get familiar with what Flipgrid is and for you to complete just one very, very quick response. So do not get, logged into the idea of this is going to be something that other people are going to see. Nope, not the case with today. This is something that is going to be 100% private that you were just sending me. And honestly, your video is probably only going to be about 30 or 45 seconds long anyways. All right, so since you guys have everything split screened, when you go down to open up your Flipgrid, it will probably pop up right here, but then you're going to drag it over to the right-hand side. And then when you do that, you will see it side by side right here. All right, so anytime you are doing a video blog or anytime you are screencasting, I think it is a phenomenal idea for you to have a script. So in looking at your Flipgrid of what you have to do today, it's just basically saying that technology can be considered a good thing or a bad thing, depending on which way you are looking at it. And then I just want you to give me one positive thing that you can see from technology, and then one negative thing. So before I hit this record a response, I'm going to go over here and maybe a Google Doc or something and make a script of what I'm going to say. Reason being is that then when I'm trying to record, I don't have to re-record 39,000 times because I know what I'm saying and I have it right there on the screen to remind myself so that I don't get nervous or I don't mess up. All right, when you are ready and you've got your script written down over here, you're going to click this button that says record a response. It's going to let you record your response, and this one allows you up to 1 minute and 30 seconds. But as I said, there is absolutely no reason for you to take that long because I really just want you to say, hey, this is so-and-so, tell me your name, and then tell me one positive thing that you see from technology, anything from phones to TVs to computers to anything in the world ever, and then one negative thing that you have seen happen or you think that could happen or has happened in the past. And then you're going to hit review. It's going to take you to a screen that it allows you to review over your video response. And if you dislike it, then you can go back and re-record. If you need to add more, you can add more. And then the next screen after that is going to take you to a selfie. It makes you take a selfie just so that it can identify you with your name. But remember, y'all, nobody is going to see that selfie but me. So don't get freaked out about it. And also don't spend an exorbitant long amount of time adding in stickers or any other things to the selfie because no one sees it but me. So in the future, you can get wild and crazy with the stickers and the effect filters and the frames and all that nonsense. All right, once you get that done and you've taken the selfie, then you're going to hit submit. It will take you to a screen once you are done that says congratulations. It'll put, a big fireworks show across the screen. And then you will say complete. And it will tell you that it has submitted. And then also, if you have on your split screen over here your email open like you always should, then you will also see that you will receive an email telling you that it recorded your response. All right, my darling nestlings, we are done looking at number 9, our intro day for technology versus man. This project we will be doing for the next 6 days or so you can expect us to be working on this every day until about next Monday or Tuesday, and that's when we will be looking at presenting them. Okay, so if you have looked at number 1 through number 5 here, and you have virtually checked them in your brain, then I want you to open up your palm, throw it in the ceiling, and I want you to accept the virtual high five that I am sending your way right now, and imagine my ugly mug smiling really, really big at you and telling you that you are doing an amazing, wonderful job. And thank you so much for all your hard work that you do in this class every day. If you have gotten all that done and you feel better about yourself, as you should every day in the Newsome Nest, you can go ahead and hit submit and mark number 9 as DUN done, my friends. And we will catch you again on the flip side tomorrow in the Newsome Nest in its mobile location in whatever hallway and whatever classroom you find yourself in today. And we will pick up there with number 10. If you guys have any questions for me whatsoever, remember that you can always reach out to me and email me at crnewsome@longestemailever. Or you can also send me a message through our Remind account, and then we can connect. We can meet through a Google Meet after time that I'm going to set up a virtual time every day for us to do. Or we can just talk through email, or you can actually have your parents call me, and we can even FaceTime. All right, I will catch you guys on the flip side. I hope you have an absolutely marvelous rest of your Monday. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye.